guys, it's Hallie K. So I know that my videos have been really different lately, and I've looked at lore and theory videos, but now I kind of want to address the industry as a whole and look at what's going on and my opinion on it. Over the past few years, the games industry has released things like HD remastered titles and the option to play older titles on a marketplace, like being able to play Crash Bandicoot through the PlayStation Store on your PS4, and it's clear to see that the reason why things like this happen and are available is because of nostalgia. We as gamers want to relive and play through older titles because we enjoyed it, and it gives us the same feeling we had when we originally played. The reason I'm making this video is because I think it's important to be aware of this and appreciate it. I think the games industry has become very obsessed and caught up with photorealistic graphics and amazing games. And I'm not complaining about that because it is truly amazing what technological advancements have provided the industry with today, but I also think it's important to remember what we had before this. Some people say that because the games industry is so new, that nostalgia in gaming can't exist, and although the industry is still young compared to other entertainment industries like film and television, the sense of nostalgia doesn't have a specific time frame before someone can feel it. Nostalgia can be felt when someone revisits something that has happened previously within that individual's lifetime. When we look at HD remastered titles, we get to see video games that have been previously created, such as Bioshock, God of War and Halo, remade into what those games would have been capable of today if such technology was available when they were first created. We have to think that when these games were originally released, they were using state-of-the-art technology and the most up-to-date versions of programs. Arguably, some people wouldn't see these as nostalgic because they are not pixel graphics or games on the very first available consoles. But to fans of these titles and series, they will have an extreme sense of nostalgia playing them again, and also experiencing them in today's technology. As some of you may know, I'm a huge fan of the Parish Shock series, and I plan on doing some videos when the remastered collection is released, but I know I'm going to have a huge sense of nostalgia revisiting them in their HD glory. I think it also allows the younger generation of players to become interested about older games that may seem less interesting in their current aesthetic, but remastering old titles definitely can introduce the series again to players who missed it the first time round. However, we don't only have to look at remastered titles or older games being available on marketplaces or stores. I think the games industry has realised that there are people who want to experience certain aspects that have been taken out of modern gaming. One example of this is the recently released Square Enix title Am Setsuna, which is kind of where all my thoughts came from, as I originally wanted to do a video based on it. I think it is really interesting that Square Enix has marketed this game to fans of old school JRPG titles like Chrono Trigger. Not that JRPG as a genre is dead, but there are some features that just don't seem to really exist in modern games. For example, cutscenes being dialogue in speech boxes and characters just stood around. A lot of cutscenes now are almost show-offy, in a sense that they really just want to show how realistic their game can be and look. Am Setsuna has definitely gone back to reproduce a game that feels familiar and nostalgic, but it isn't a remake, which is something totally unique. There are also other titles like Doom that have almost become a hybrid of remakes and new games with old features. When Doom was released back in 1993, the capabilities of creating a game were nothing like we have today, so it's obvious that when the Doom game was released this year, it was going to look and play differently. Players who were fan of the original title experienced both nostalgia and a new game. For example, the 2016 release featured an array of original enemies and weapons that were redesigned, but had a new storyline that stuck to the old mechanics. We can even go one step further with the release of the new but old console, which is the mini Nintendo Entertainment System. The console will bring 30 classic titles back to life that are a mixed range of popular titles when the original console launched nearly 30 years ago. Some examples of the games featured are Super Mario Bros., Final Fantasy, Donkey Kong, and Castlevania. To me, the whole appeal of this console is entirely based on nostalgia, and although they haven't remade these titles into amazingly high quality, realistic, graphical pieces of art, they have sorted out colour matching and sharpened the games up to reduce blurriness, which is one thing that the players of the NES now have reported happens when they're playing the old original titles. It seems like there are many different examples and forms of nostalgia within the games industry, and in my opinion, we should appreciate that developers are continuously trying to make players happy in a variety of ways, whether that be remaking old classics or bringing old features into new titles. This obviously means that I'm for nostalgia in video games and feel like it definitely exists and can exist regardless of how young our industry may be. But what are your thoughts about this? Please let me know in the comments below if you think I'm right, if you think I'm wrong, or if you have your own opinion on the things that I've mentioned within this video. Also, if you do like this kind of ranty, opinionated type of video, then let me know. Hit the like button or subscribe. I'm Harley Kay, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!